Have you ever considered the importance of psychology and the role that it plays in our everyday lives? Well, I have, and my name is Aaron Callahan. And tonight I will be speaking to inform you all on the history of psychology in the field as a whole. I find that psychology is not only extremely interesting, but also very important to learn about as well. This being so because we all have minds and are affected by psychology 24/7. Psychology is all around us at all times. I personally am majoring in psychology and pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in the field, which has helped me to better understand the field as a whole, the history of psychology, the way the mind works, and the thought processes. The history of psychology is that of a very detailed one. I will now cite some very important and historical facts of the field of psychology. Psychological inquiry and psychology as a field have a varied history going back thousands of years, according to the History of Psychology article by Delahanty. Another important fact is that in Western culture, contributors to the development of psychology came from many areas, beginning with philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle, according to the Britannica website. And according to Delahanty, psychology began as a discipline in the year 1879. Another historical fact and some more information about the field and study of psychology includes that of Wilhelm Wundt, whom was a student of the German physicist and physician Hermann von Helmholtz. He brought together his two disciplines of philosophy and physiology by creating a laboratory for experimental psychology at the University of Leipzig in Germany. His laboratory attracted many of the individuals who would become leaders in the new science of psychology. Some of these leaders being people such as Oswald Kulpe, Edward Titchener, and James McKeen Caldwell. This is from page 6 of Delahanty's article, The History of Psychology. And according to page 11 of the same article, the field of psychology began to progress in the 1960s and 1970s. The article also states, to support this statement, that neuroscience, philosophy, and psychology came together in the 1960s to form the basis for a new discipline, which was called cognitive science. And evidence to support this information is the emergence of the computer, both as a tool and as a model of the human mind, which had a major effect on psychology. Some further historical information on the field of psychology includes that of modern psychology, which is still changing and progressing to this very day. To support this statement, some notable milestones in genetics and neuroscience during the 2000s and 2010s provided the basis for ongoing research into human development and pathology. From Delahanty, 2023, page 12. Evidence to support this is that in 2013, the Obama administration announced the formation of brain research through advancing innovative neurotechnologies, also called the Brain Initiative or Brain Activity MAP Project, from Delahanty, 2023, page 12. In conclusion, it is important to be informed on the history of psychology and the field as a whole, to have a better understanding of how our minds work and the field that studies it. Psychology is an ever-changing scientific field and dates back thousands of years. Much of its history has occurred within the last 100 years. This is a brief but detailed history on the field of psychology. This concludes my speech, and thank you for listening.